Actually, yun nga yung nakikita natin ngayon, ano, and sa totoo lang, no, mas tinitignan kasi nila rito, no, yung mga kumaga parang mga sidelights, ano. They're not really looking at the highlights. They're trying to focus their attention on other things. Kasi nga, this is really the art of diversion, no. Whenever you divert something and whenever you try to politically maneuver something, you try to veer away the attention of the public from what is supposed to be the issue at hand to something else, no. And sa kanila nakikita nila rito parang two-bladed sword against Kiko Barsaga, Congressman Kiko Barsaga. No, one, pwede nilang pwedeng ito ay makapagpatahimik sa kanya, so they eliminate one very vocal enemy. Another thing is, it may send a strong signal to whoever will be going up against the government may actually suffer the same fate, no? So parang ganito yung ganito yung mensahe na gusto nilang iparating. Pero ang point dito is hindi naman kailangan umabot sa ganito, no? At hindi naman siguro kinakailangan pa ng maging very vocal si Congressman Barsaga if President BBM is really doing his thing.
Sa tingin niyo po, may tuturing ng crime against humanity itong issue po ng korupsyon, lalo na po dito sa flood control dahil marami na po ang namatay sa baha, marami mga ari-ariang nawasak at hanggang ngayon ay marami ang nagluluksa sa sinapit po nila sa kalamidad, Prof, na isa sa mga itinuturong dahilan kawalan ng flood control projects na meron namang ipinagmamalaki. Trilyong piso yung halaga dyan, pero wala silang naramdaman, Prof.
Yun, actually, I totally agree with that, no, Mar. Actually, I think I've said this in many interviews, no, that when you commit parang corruption, especially if it's in relation to flood control or anything of this matter, I think you're really committing a great violation, primarily because this is tantamount to loss of lives, loss of property, loss of proper well-being, at least for many of our countrymen. Indirectly, para natin silang pinapatay, no? Hindi man natin nakikita, no? Pero maliwanag itong consequences kasi ng kanilang action. For example, no, halimbawa yung isang flood control which could have been properly utilized and could have been properly used, no, to save lives. Pero dahil substandard siya or ghost project siya, pero pinondohan natin ng pera ng taong bayan, hindi natin nakita o hindi naramdaman yung kanyang presensya. And then nagkaroon ng malaking calamity at maraming namatay. I think the people behind the corruption there is definitely liable, no? And hindi lamang yun, I think this is also a matter of great economic importance, no? Para sa akin kasi economic sabotage din itong nangyari. Imagine the trillions of pesos that is funneled for this flood control thing. Imagine if this was really used, no, to really build this infrastructures, malaking pera yung pumasok doon sa ating circular flow of income. It could heighten and it could have created a lot of economic activities, no, sa ating kaban. And kaso hindi, no, ito ay inilagay nila sa kanilang mga pulsa. And so because of that, talagang maliwanag, meron talagang problema at meron talagang pagnanakaw na ginawa. So definitely I am in agreement with that na itong ating mga kababayan na nasalanta, namatay, talaga namang para na rin silang direktang pinatay nitong mga corrupt officials natin. Kasama syempre yung kanilang mga accomplices sa DPWH at yung mga iba pang mga tiwaling opisyal ng ating gobyerno.
Opo, marami po ang mga sinasabing sinampahan ng kaso, Prof, kaugnay doon sa September 21 rally. At kabilang narito si Congressman Kiko Barzaga, no, inciting sa rebellion and sedition, baka mauna pa pong makulong si congressman kaysa dito sa mga corrupt, Prof.
Actually, yun nga yung nakikita natin ngayon, ano? And sa totoo lang, no, mas mas tinitignan kasi nila rito, no, yung mga kumaga parang mga sidelights. No? They're not really looking at the highlights. They're not they're trying to focus their attention on other things. Kasi nga, this is really the art of diversion, no? Whenever you divert something and whenever you try to politically maneuver something, you try to veer away the attention of the public from what is supposed to be the issue at hand to something else, no? And sa kanila nakikita nila rito parang two-bladed sword against Kiko Barsaga, Congressman Kiko Barsaga. No, one, pwedeng ito ay makapagpatahimik sa kanya, so they eliminate one very vocal enemy. Another thing is, it may send a strong signal to whoever will be going up against the government may actually suffer the same fate. No? So parang ganito yung mensahe na gusto nilang iparating. Pero ang point dito is, hindi naman kailangan umabot sa ganito, no? At hindi naman siguro kinakailangan pa ng maging very vocal si Congressman Barsaga if President BBM is really doing his thing. Kung siya talaga ay seryoso sa kanyang krusada against corruption, then he is supposed to be doing what the people wants, no? Pero mukhang hindi niya gustong gawin yung gusto ng taong bayan kasi ang pinagagawa niya ay yung lamang ikakaprotekta ng kanyang mga kaalyado. And this is something that is very, very unfortunate for us, no? Na magkaroon na nga tayo ng presidente na incompetent, na weak, no? And idagdag mo pa na pinagtatakpan niya yung kanyang mga kaalyado para dito sa napakalaking pera, no, na ninakaw sa ating kaban. So siguro okay na sana sa atin na weak, no, at incompetent, pero wag naman sana na hayaan niya na yung kanyang mga kaalyado magpasasa sa pera ng bayan.
Isama ko na rin po, i-connect ko na rin din po, Prof, yung post ni Montulfo kaugnay doon sa sinasabing mga destabilizer daw. Nakikita niyo po ba na parang pamamaraan ito para magkaroon ng chilling effect in connection din dito sa nangyari kay Kiko Barsaga at sa iba pa na mga sinampahan din ng kagaya ng ganitong reklamo?
Well, we really need to toe the line here between what is destabilizing and what is, a constitutional right to air grievance and to express ourselves, no? As in an open political discourse. Para sa akin kasi, para masabi na may destabilization, kinakailangan talaga mayroong mga presensya ng violence, kinakailangan may mga maneuverings na nangyari, kinakailangan mayroong mga machinations, no, mga scheming mechanisms that are in place. Pero kung ito lang naman ay isang kilos protesta na nagpapakita namang ng ating galit at kawalan ng tiwala sa ating pamahalaan, bakit sinasabi na ito ay destabilization, diba? If we are not really calling, no, if we are calling for the government to become more responsive to our needs and to our demands, I think that is the very right of the people naman, ano? Tayo na taong bayan na biktima nito, I think kaya naman natin yung isa boses at isigaw. So hindi ko nakikita na bakit sinasabi nila na to ay destabilization. And para sa akin, it's really more of mind conditioning. So that even before this rally start, kumaga parang they are trying to paint the idea that the people are there not because they want corruption to end, but because they want this government to fail. And this is certainly not what, hindi naman ito yung gusto nating mangyari, no? Because we believe, and I certainly do believe na if this government fails, lahat naman tayo apektado eh. hindi natin gugustuhin yun. Ang gusto lang naman natin is mapanagot yung mga kailangan mapanagot at kinakailangan mabigyan tayo ng hustisya kasi tayo ay pinagnakawan. It's that simple. So let's not complicate this. So this Tulfo guy, I think is parang adding fuel to the fire this early, o baka masyado silang natatakot sa kung anong puwersa ng taong bayan na ipapakita sa kanila. Siguro dapat isipin nila, no, hindi aabot dito sa ganito ng kilos kung sila ay umaaksyon. No? That's simple.